Welcome back, everybody, to Overwatch Seasons, Season 4. We are in the first round of the Swiss stages. My name is Piggles, and I'm back here with my dynamic duo, CTH.
Oh yeah, it's good to be back.
Yep, if you guys tuned in yesterday, you would have seen an absolute beatdown of Monsoon on Mystic, but we're hoping that that's not the case for today's matchup, PermaFrost versus Vixen. PermaFrost coming in as the favorite, but Vixen really has a chance here, I feel like. You know, I think that they have been doing a lot of good work in the offseason, and they're going to hopefully come back and give PermaFrost a run for their money. Now, again, I'd like to just tell all the viewers how we have changed things up here at Overwatch Seasons. We no longer have the predetermined divisions as we start the leagues, and now we are letting in teams of all ranks in. So we have expanded our registration by nearly double, it seems like. But with this, we are going to be doing a Swiss round in which all of the teams will be playing back and forth to divide themselves into their respective divisions. So based on how you perform, that is where you will be placed. So we are currently in week 1, and we have a double header tonight, so you'll be hearing me and CTH a whole bunch. So strap in, folks. We are going to head in to Servasa first. Now, CTH, let me ask you. Last night, we thought we were going to see a lot of Orisa and things of that nature, but we did not see that. So
No, we actually saw none of it.
yeah, I don't think we saw the Orisa until the last point of Servasa, and that was in a last-ditch effort by Mystic to try and have some answers for Monsoon. So now we have a new set of teams here. Do you think we will see?
I mean, there's always the possibility maybe these teams, I think yesterday it's possible that the last couple teams just weren't comfortable with that comp, and I think it worked out for both of them. The comp is pretty strong, so it kind of forces the other team to get on it to mirror if they don't have a really good counter. These teams, I mean, you better hope that it's both or nothing. Because if one of them's comfortable in the comp, the other one isn't, it could be pretty one-sided from the get-go.
Absolutely. Now, just checking in on the profiles here, it looks like the tank for Permafrost, number 1 played tank this season, is Orisa.
Oh
So
boy.
we could be in for some good stuff here. Let's check in over here. Yeah, looks like another Orisa here. If our ordering is correct, but I mean, look, if we see that classic, or not classic, I guess it's not really classic right now. This is something new. If we're able to see that, I would be very happy. See 2 teams playing at a pretty high level here, and then it really comes down to who plays it better. I mean, that's exactly what you'd like to see in a meta. That's why the metas exist especially at this higher level. But definitely looking forward. But maybe they'll shock us again, make us look like idiots again.
It's always possible, but it's gonna be pretty exciting to watch today. Alari plays, Alari combos are always really, really visually cool to see. So regardless, I think we're gonna have a good show today.
Absolutely, I agree, and I'm hoping for a map 3. We were not blessed with a banger last night, but hopefully we will be given one by the Overwatch Seasons gods tonight, and maybe on our second match tonight. Just looking ahead a little bit, you have West Virginia University Blue going off against Mac and Cheese. That'll be a very good matchup. Very much looking forward to that. The ranks might say one thing, but I mean the caliber of those teams, I think, will speak for themselves. But as we wait for some things to get figured out here, what do you think? I mean, I know we neither of us have really seen these teams. We're still in the Swiss stages. It's week 1, but out of the gate, just gut feeling. What are we thinking?
Man, I don't know. My Labor Day weekend made my brain run a little bit, so I'm just excited to see what these teams come out with on the get-go.
Hey, I couldn't agree more. Vixen and Permafrost. I mean, Permafrost, I feel like have been in seasons for a while now. At least I feel like I've been seeing them for a while now. But like I said, with the expansion of Seasons allowing now all ranks in. It's something that I am so happy to see because now we have these titans battling it out. You have a lot of teams scrimming at a very high level and performing competitively at a very high level. And I'd be very interested to see what we can do with that. As the last player for PermaFrost hops in here, we'll see what we can do and see if we will be all good to go.
Yeah, going back to what you're saying about the Swiss stage format and these big Titan teams going against each other. The longer the Swiss stage goes on, the more these Titan teams will continue to show themselves, and the more interesting these matchups are going to get, and the more close these matchups are going to get.
Absolutely, because, these first rounds, they might be a little lopsided just because, they were created randomly. So you don't really know what's going on beforehand. But as they start to show that, okay, this team's placed here, this team is placed here, those higher level teams are going to give us some amazing gameplay. And I'm just super excited for that. I know that you and I are going to have to hop on and maybe be the main casters for those matches there.
Oh, absolutely. I'm more than looking forward to that day when it comes. But for now, we are hopping into Suravasa. Both teams just about to load in, and we'll see. Most likely Orisa comps, but maybe there's... I mean, we thought so last time. They made us look like idiots. So
I was going to say, let's just keep our mouth shut.
Let's just keep our mouth shut this time.
Wait the 6 seconds as we hop into the second match in 4 seconds here of Overwatch Seasons 4 Swiss stage.
Oh,
okay. Alrighty, looks
PermaFrost.
looking like PermaFrost opting for a little bit outside of the box, but Vixen going for that hard meta Orisa comp with the Soldier 76 and the Genji. And I mean, I have been loving the BAP Illari combo. It's just been one of my favorite things to watch. There's so many interactions, so many things that can happen. But anyway, enough of me blabbering. Let's get into the match.
See both teams out the gate. Surprisingly, no Bastion. I've seen Bastion run so many times with the Orisa comp. Looks like crazy on the Junker Queen. No Doom today, unfortunately, but probably expecting that Orisa pick coming out from Espeon.
Absolutely.
Pretty interesting. JQ still kind of struggles with Orisa, but it's a little bit better than I'd say. Mirai. Mirai opens up so early with a pick onto Shinigami, and crazy. Fights a pick onto Wio on the Illari. 2 picks coming out already from PermaFrost, but Espeon trades one right back onto Swampy. Both supports for Vixen now gone. Or sorry, excuse me. Both supports for PermaFrost now gone.
Yeah, huge picks there. I mean, this is just back and forth.
No supports, no tanks. Now just 2 squishies. The Illari actually made it back in time. Wio is here with that turret, and it's gonna let Shinigami get out nice and safe. But PermaFrost will take the first cap.
And I mean, Mirai there cleaning up, putting in the absolute work. Even when they were technically down numbers-wise, they were able to make up for it in their skill.
Even the supports going down for both sides. I mean, once the supports go down, all bets are really off on how the fight's gonna go. But PermaFrost are pulling through, and not a big rotation coming out from PermaFrost. Going in, Espeon on this Orisa forced to pop all the cooldowns, but it doesn't matter. The rest of the team is melting. Both supports gone again for for Vixen. Where did Wisp come from? I don't know.
Wisp? What is this, Contenders?
Contenders? Maybe. I've been watching a little bit of Contenders. It might be showing through a little bit.
I agree.
Crazy. JQ cleaned up the fight pretty well here, and PermaFrost will continue this hold.
We'll see if Vixen opts to try and retake here. It looks like they're going to try, as they are all 5 together right now. So we'll see what we can do.
Not having enough time. This overtime count is getting on real quick. Drago on this Genji might have to make the dash for it, and looks like he will not make it in time. That's unfortunate. You really hate to see that. And crazy finds more picks. PermaFrost is absolutely ripping through Vixen right now.
Oh, and getting that team fight win right now, as they have to go to the next point, they're going to get there and be able to set up with ease. And with all of these ults that they have coming online, I mean, this is just a picture-perfect scenario for PermaFrost.
And unfortunately, it's the Orisa comp that has to push in. The JQ comp, the Rush, being a little bit better at taking space. Orisa, still pretty good at it, but JQ has the advantage, and Orisa, you really want to be bunkered down with the Illari, with the Baptiste, and poke out your opponents before they can even get close to you. Now first cap going over to PermaFrost. Now it's up to Vixen. We'll see how they clean up here with a big blade coming in from Mirai potentially. Already gotta find one, and Shinigami will get traded out by Drago. Finding a pick on the small people, Mirai finds 2 with the blade. Espeon, however, is on the point, finding another pick. Crazy. Gets a
Uses
on the
this is
Scrub Lord.
just back and forth.
So many picks coming out from both sides. Ultimates also coming out, not finding too much, but it will be PermaFrost finding the cleanup.
Yeah, and I mean, you really hate to see that, especially when that ult like Terra Surge is deployed there and committed by Vixen, and only for the blade and the Queen ult, the Rampage. I mean, especially when you're on your heels trying to take, I mean, your ult usage, and it looks like PermaFrost going very fast here.
Big ultimates coming out from all sides. 3 ults popped to the side of PermaFrost. Visor, Window, and Beat. Not so much of an advantage being gained so far. Scrub Lord getting picked off again. This map piece is having so much trouble staying alive, especially when Crazy's on the field. But the cap,
They don't touch.
they don't touch. That's so unfortunate. Espeon and Wheel making their way weren't able to make it just fast enough, and that will be second point over to PermaFrost. These points go so quick. It's just you have to be super decisive.
And with that decisiveness, you need to be able to get at least one team fight or one cap back, because if you just give them that speed to steamroll, it will go faster than you can blink. And that's the scary part about Flashpoint, is that if you're down so far and now they give them this positioning like this, it's dangerous.
But we do have a big Visor Window combo coming out here from Vixen, pushing that ult advantage. Not really finding much in the way of picks, but PermaFrost very split right now. Drago finding a nice pick onto Lars. Now the advantage going over to Vixen. Espeon, this Orisa on point is not going anywhere anytime soon. And the cleanup is coming through from Drago and Scorpio finding the pick respectively. PermaFrost for the first time actually find themselves on the back foot as Vixen take that first point hold.
Absolutely, and I mean, this is what you like to see, that aggressiveness, and you know that you're going to have that Terra Surge online right now, and that is your really only saving hope, as the Alariel could come huge. We'll see if they can combo this off.
And this could be absolutely massive. Nothing to block the Alariel. Here we go. Looking for the Captain Sun is out. We'll hit a couple members of PermaFrost, but they're finding picks of their own and making it a little bit uneven in their favor now. A big.
I didn't even see the switch over to the Moira.
I didn't even see it either, but the Terra Surge coming out trying to prevent that Moira from doing too much damage, but Mirai is out here on the blade, not letting anything stop PermaFrost from retaking this cap. But it was a good showing from Vixen. They definitely found their footing, I think.
Absolutely, and you see they got 87%, and that's what we're talking about. These points just go so fast. So if they're able to have a good recontest, possibly a huge blade from Drago, that's something that would win them that point.
Drago has been pretty good for these plays, but a big rampage. It's 5 members of PermaFrost, and Mirai is having a field day in the backline. Lars and Rook fighting picks of their own. Lars fighting 2, and it's Vixen going right back to the spawn. That knife was pretty
able to keep
toxic.
Espeon out of the spawn room, denying the healing, making Vixen wait just those extra seconds longer, but those extra seconds count here.
And if you're Vixen now, you gotta go quick, and you gotta go now. That timer already at 80%. They need to get on the point now. They need this blade to be huge.
Oh no!
Oh, Mirai, he finds the big shutdown onto Drago. And
I need to touch now!
Right here, no one's touching. And that'll be first map over to PermaFrost.
I feel like they had the clear route. PermaFrost was trying to flank them. If they just kept going towards point, turned around and ult, you might have saw a different outcome there.
Absolutely, but it's like what we were talking about, I think, yesterday's matches. You need to be decisive. And any indecision gets punished really brutally on Flashpoint. And today we saw PermaFrost have that decision making, have those good ultimate calls, and that'll bring them to the first map. Yeah,
I mean, really good stuff. And you did see a little bit of light there from Vixen at the end. They got up to 87%, but they just weren't able to hold on. So that's something that they should be holding on to right now. Perhaps they can turn it around as we move on to push. Now, with push, I would be very interested to see if Vixen stays with this Orisa comp, just because I feel like it's so much more fast paced, and it's definitely going to play into what Permafrost wants. That JQ comp goes so fast with the Genji diving, going all over the place. So we will see how Vixen reacts here.
Maybe, I mean, the Orisa comp always solid, but they just need a way to figure out how to deal with this JQ rush. Crazy on this Junker Queen is just all over the backline of Vixen.
Yep.
And either they need to go all forward as a group, or they need to stop that rush right in its tracks. We'll see what they end up going with, as it looks like the next map will be Colosseo.
Yeah, I mean, definitely an interesting pick here. I know I've been seeing a lot of teams pick Esperanza, but either way, perhaps we might see the Doomfist from Permafrost. And we know that they hinted at it in the beginning of Sarasa, but maybe they'll bring it out just like Monsoon did last night.
They are probably feeling pretty confident with such a dominant performance on Flashpoint, so I wouldn't be surprised, to say the least, to see the Doomfist come out here.
Absolutely, and I mean, we will always take a little bit of Doomfist action as we head in to Colosseo.
Now we'll see just what these teams are thinking. I'm expecting not too much to be changed from either side. Maybe a little bit more change from the side of Vixen.
I
Trying
agree.
a bit of a different comp to sort of stop the rush that Permafrost is laying down on them. But Permafrost, rather, they don't really have a reason to swap with their comp right now. It seems to be working perfectly well for them.
I absolutely agree. And I mean, we only saw the switch at the end when I believe it was Swampy go to the Moira, which we didn't even see until it was right in front of our faces.
And they had a coalescence about it built up by the time we actually saw it coming.
Which is just insane. I mean, that is just some insane stuff. I mean, Mirai here has just been laying down some impeccable Genji play.
Mirai has been a menace to the backline, and it looks like Vixen actually have changed up their strategy a little bit. Drago opting for the Mei. Now this rush has to be really, really careful, because this Junker Queen gets blocked off, maybe gets blocked off from the backline, supports get split, DPS gets split. A spear from Marisa is all it takes, and it's game over for
Absolutely. I mean, we saw the same thing yesterday, but we'll see if Vixen can have a little bit of a different outcome than Mystic had, trying to run the Mei against Monsoon's absolute hammer.
Also, on a pick from Rook, not something you see too much anymore with the rush pick coming in.
Definitely interesting. And also, they're trying to flip this point.
They're flipping spawns here.
I think they're a little confused.
Let them cook, let them cook. I believe in this. I believe in this push. Big knife coming, also a big anti onto Wheel in the backline. Won't exactly go down, but Drago will find a pick onto Rook, and that's what you need if you're Vixen. Now, a lot of healing for Permafrost is gone. Only Swampy on this Lucio, and we'll see Rook immediately going over to the Moira. They don't feel like dealing with that. They don't feel like dealing with that backline pressure.
Absolutely, and now they kind of gave themselves a disadvantage. You're without your Ana, and you're completely flipped. You gave away half of the first section of this push map.
Yep, Rook, unfortunately, with the fade, was able to get back into the team, but the Helix Rocket from Shinigami is good. Shinigami
oh my gosh, there's two!
The tank and the main support. That's the fight over and done with right there, and Vixen will keep the ball rolling.
Yeah, I mean, that bot has not stopped moving as they approach the close spawn checkpoint. I mean, this is looking really good. Whatever they changed to or talked about, it's working.
You'll see, not even the Mei having a super big amount of value. As I said, a pretty big wall coming out on Crazy. This could be really bad, but the window is pretty far forward. Won't catch
Blizzard does catch Lars!
Blizzard catches one, but they're not able to finish. Maybe they didn't notice it in time. They thought Soldier probably got out, but now trades coming out for both sides. Rook is down, Drago is down, support and DPS down for either side respectively. Finds me on the Crazy again. The tank down really puts Permafrost in a tough spot, and now Espeon going to make sure the point does not go anywhere. Big blade coming out from Mirai. The beat, not able to catch Scrubboard, will go down, but Shinigami did get it, and he's not too threatened by Mirai here, especially with Espeon throwing that spear and hitting him to the wall. What an incredible spear. And now a visor from Shinigami. Two visors, but Espeon is not about that ultimate life. gets both DPS shut down, and Crazy walking right back into another healer shot from Shinigami.
And now they have this close spawn, and you can think, I mean, oh, this advantage is huge. You still have that Terra Surge, and you've burned both DPS ults from the other side.
Espeon has been popping off on this Arisa pick so far. The wall coming out, right, able to climb walls, not too worried about it, but the rampage is huge. And a Coalescence
What a
cleaning
combo.
up the support line. Terra Surge unable to find any picks for Vixen, and Espeon will just try and die. Not quite on the cart, only makes it to the barricade. But now PermaFrost, running it back the other direction.
And it looks like someone might not get close spawn.
It's gonna be close.
Okay, just barely.
And Espeon just barely managed to clutch the close spawn, which will be a really, really good for Vixen as they can take another close spawn. But
early
a deflect, actually, from Mirai takes out Drago. Now Scrub was in a really, really bad spot for a rush comp. Crazy completely runs him down. Shinigami able to make it out with his life, and Espeon just choosing to die on stall a little bit more time.
Yeah.
Shinigami might not even make it out here. Oh, he should be good. The legs of Soldier 76.
Absolutely. Unmatched. But, I mean, now you have a good amount of distance that PermaFrost needs to travel. They have some ults coming online here, both your DPS ults getting close, and they have the beat for this BAP wall. So I'll be interested to see how they play this, whether or not they go early or try to play reactive to the BAP wall and then go back in.
See, I mean, if you're PermaFrost, you really just want to get as much free space as possible, and Vixen's kind of letting it happen. The pick comes out onto Drago, and the blade from Mirai, once again finding so much value in the backline of Vixen. Pick up 2.
And right there, you see Espeon just trying to play point when the rest of their team is back up top, getting killed by a Dragon Blade. So it really makes you think, like, okay, maybe if Espeon was able to there take some of that damage, you wouldn't have to give so much distance for just one ult, and now you have to come back, and the other team has close spawn.
It looks like Vixen, it might be just an issue with coordination in the fight. They're going in, and then Scrublord, and we see here again, is getting pressured in the backline. Complete rundown. This is probably the 3rd or 4th time Crazy's just been able to lock onto Scrublord on this Baptiste, and when the Baptiste is gone, so much healing is gone.
Absolutely, especially when your other healer is a Lucio. You're really not going to see that much value or survivability, as PermaFrost is going to maybe take the lead here as Espeon and Weo just barely get back.
Rook is holding on for his life. We'll go down eventually to the boot from Weo, and that will be the lead not secured.
That was close.
That
was close.
Super close for comfort. But now, Vixen, they have 5 ultimates here. I expect a pretty solid push here, but they have to do it decisively.
Absolutely.
Now we'll see. Kind of stalling a little bit. And there's PermaFrost again with the beat rampage engaged.
Wow, that is a lot of ults!
That's so many ultimates. 4 ultimates from the side of Vixen, 2 from PermaFrost.
Yeah, kind of makes
Vixen again. Vixen pressed all the Qs, pressed almost all the Qs, still have the Blizzard available. And that's where they need to bank on that real heavily to get any meaningful lead here.
Yeah, and the problem is that Blizzard is probably either gonna have to go really early, or you're gonna have to catch the Genji as he pops the blade.
As you say that, 3 potentially caught by the Blizzard here. The blade shut down, the lamp is big to make sure the rest of Vixen stay alive. Drago knew what he needed to do, and he did it perfectly.
What a Blizzard! Exactly what I said needed to happen, and he just pulls it out and says, here, how about that but better?
The cancel onto the Dragon Blade from Mirai is exactly what Vixen are looking for. Now ultimates slowly being built back up here, but PermaFrost looking at a Visor, looking at a Coalescence. Vixen have to hope that they either build ults in time, or someone gets a crazy cancel. And as I say that, a Healer's Rocket from Lars onto Weo. Scrublord going down 2. No supports available anymore for Vixen, and that will be the rest of the team following soon after.
Absolutely,
Lars has got
here,
an incredible pick there.
Yeah, but everyone should be able to get close spawn, so they should be able to burn a good amount of the clock off before they are in danger of losing the lead, but this is gonna be close.
And again, it would be a better situation if PermaFrost had used ults to retake that bot, but neither Lars or Swampy had to press Q there. The upside being, Vixen's now coming up on their own ults. The window for Scrubble coming up pretty shortly here, be available for Wheel, so this fight should be able to be at least stallable. Now, Visor
And you wonder where's the beat from Wheel there?
Maybe they thought they didn't need it, but Lars making this move right into the back line of Vixen.
Well, you know what? You know what they're thinking right now? They're gonna go fast here. They have almost 5 ults and they just burned 2 of theirs. So they have to go really quick before Rook gets that beat and it becomes irrelevant.
We'll see. We've seen a lot of struggles with indecision from Vixen. Hopefully now's the time where it comes online. The boys are getting real close. PermaFrost might take the lead here. Visor comes out. Rampage, beat, window. 2 ults from either side right now. Neither side with a clear advantage, but Vixen will take over the control of the bot. Fade being forced out from Swampy. We'll have to play a little bit more safe, but Vixen not really putting too much pressure. Espeon is now on the flank. Thankfully, no rush forward, but the Blade and the Terror Surge now coming out too. Blizzard to stack on top of it. Crazy might get caught at the very edge of it. Right, deflect. Whoa, Rook actually got Shinigami off the edge there. And a big deflect from Mirai, making sure his tank stays alive after being frozen by the Blizzard. And PermaFrost. PermaFrost cleaning absolute house.
Vixen is going to have to touch here if they want any chance of winning, but Shinigami just gets taken down. Oh.
Well, it's not quite over yet. Still have a minute left on the clock. There is the potential for the crazy reverse sweep here for Vixen, but PermaFrost is looking rock solid on this push. And Vixen, they don't really have any else. Maybe a beat from Weo should the fight go on long enough. But Rook goes down, actually gets caught by Shinigami on the Bastion. The Bastion pick finally coming out for the first time in Overwatch Seasons so far, I think. At least today.
I think so. But this is still not looking great for Vixen.
No one's on the point, and the cleanup is big.
Oh,
Lars and Mirai.
And that'll
just
do it.
Over. That will do it. PermaFrost taking the big W.
Absolutely. I mean, that was a really nice match, though. I think that it was, a better display. I just think that in the end, you know, PermaFrost is the better team. And here comes that big Blizzard. Absolutely amazing stuff there. Wow. Really great Blizzard.
Drago put this Blizzard down incredibly. That was worst. You expect the Genji to dash on your backline, throw it down at your feet, and boom. Mirai has such a hard decision to make as to what to do with the Blade. Unfortunately, will get caught in the Blizzard. And that was the fight right there.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely some good stuff. Now, if we're going on MVPs. I think I give it to Mirai there.
Mirai was destroying on the Genji. The blades were consistent. The backline pressure was consistent. Him and Crazy on the JQ were just going at it, and Vixen didn't really have anything to respond.
Yeah. What do you say we bring him in here?
I agree. I think we should go for a little bit of a post game interview.
All right. Let's put him on. Oh. Mirai, you have been chosen as the MVP of today's match. How did that match feel for you guys?
Oh, you guys shouldn't have. That was it was fun. It was pretty short.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when you had this BO3 and you guys showing the dominance that you had, it's kind of hard to string it out for longer than an hour. But we're really enjoying the pressure that you and Crazy were able to put on the backline, and then your blades just going huge. So, like, give us some insight as to when they looked vulnerable for you to pop that blade.
Like a lot of fights, they just dump like window, beat, and like just all their ults, and then they use lamp too. And like when they do that, they did like every fight. Yeah, it was like it wasn't too hard after that.
Absolutely. I mean, really great stuff. Week 1, hoping to look forward for some more wins within the Swiss stage. But congratulations on MVP, and thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.
Yep. Really great stuff. So you heard him say there that, you know, once they deplete all their resources, it's just free. So really great stuff there coming out from PermaFrost. Well, with that, I think that is all we have for this match. We will be back in about 10 to 15 minutes with West Virginia University Blue versus Mac and Cheese. See you soon.